1 and 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And the Vikings first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here's Carr. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Darren Waller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Packers nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm here all day.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get changed, name, how about your respect? Give it more than what I get it.
Inside. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
3rd down.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Packers
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
Let's go. Hey, check
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for it. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Cook following the penalty. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Vikings.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
To Dalvin Cook.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
On the tackle.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now Carr. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that, picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer, picks it up for the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
But it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Check, 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 check.
This is Jones. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He'll find Aguara complete.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Rodgers again now. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st down, it's Jones. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ronald Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
His kick is good.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From midfield, here's Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
From the contact. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. Now Carr. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot here before half for Carr. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He was brought down by Darryl Roberts.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following allowing the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Touchdown, Packers. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Packers have moved out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So that'll back him up 5. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Packers 21, Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Carr now on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And 7 at the 30.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Ball carrier.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and that's incomplete.
Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
4-yard attempt.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Cook. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but he still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Hey, check, check. Hey, check 26. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Don't get nervous. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
The score, Packers 24, Vikings 21. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
38-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Today's final score.
So so it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Packers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
This is Destiny Music.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. I take your finger, lick a chicken. Keep it right in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new Chris Watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a three-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to drink it till the dream is bigger. Only want to go. We don't be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.